It's a big day in racing right around Australia and around the world. The Japan Cup run at about 5:30 Australian time. Sunday racing around the country. And yesterday the highlight was the Eclipse Stakes. But one man who's been taking all before him in the last 2 or 3 weeks is Rodney Griffiths, who joins us with Ray Huxley, Keesover in Japan. Rodney, congratulations. You've had a terrific run in the last fortnight.
Yeah, been great, Bruce.
And Hucker?
8 winners in 8 days.
It's not bad, is it? 8 and 8. And Max, in Sydney, you'd remember the last time... Now, Rodney won't like me saying this. Last time Rodney sat in that chair, he gave us a tip for Jern, didn't he, Max?
You'll never let him forget it either, Bruce.
3 days before the Cup. Yeah. He can't stay. Rodney, you copped a bit over that, didn't you?
Yeah, mate. It's gone the other way now. They're all good things.
They can all stay, can't they?
Yes, they can, yes.
Well, Magical Storm stayed pretty well at Ballarat. We'll talk more about that in a moment. The staying race yesterday, really the end of the spring, isn't it, Ray?
It is the end of the spring now, Bruce, but the Eclipse Stakes was a very, very good race. And a 10 out of 10 ride for Alf Matthews too, and it was good to see Alf bounce back with a winner because, you know, since he had that bad accident about 12 months ago, you know, he's had a bit of a lean trot, and Alf rode this beautifully.
Yes, talking about Broanne, who's pretty good mare, Max. I mean, she was second in the South Australian Oaks, just missed out, third was she? Third in the South Australian Oaks, just missed out, didn't she, in the Bendigo Cup. She's not far away from being a really good mare. Circles of Gold, I thought was an excellent run. Had to be used up a bit early.
Probably what ruined Circles of Gold was when Regal Tier took off before the, you know, coming into the straight, and Circles of Gold had to go with him, and you know, he probably just had to hit the front too soon.
Yeah, them's are the breaks. Of course, jockeys have got to adapt to that. But as you pointed out, again, it's been a case of a great ride winning the race. Very competitive races, not a lot between quite a few horses. And it's just that ride that's giving the winner the edge.
Yeah, that's Broanne running fourth there. And you can see Alf's just got her going along beautifully on a long rein there, and when the others made their move, Alf just stayed and didn't want to go around them. He took the run between them. That is what won her the race.
And Top Rating was the widest horse we saw a moment ago with the cat. Did run in the straight.
Yeah, 3 times. I had a look at the Stewart's film, Bruce, and 3 times he ducked in the straight. He has had a lot of trouble with his feet. Maybe he was feeling them yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think he's a sound horse, Top Rating. You get the impression the sort of preparation he gets too. He's not a sound horse, but he's a pretty good horse.
Rodney, sports beat?
Yeah, he was a bit disappointing, Bruce. You know, he had a nice run and just didn't run on.
And what was the track like yesterday?
Perfect.
Perfect?
Yeah.
Good going for the horse. At Top Rating, you can see start to move up with the white cap here. He's still about 5 lengths off the lead, but Broanne's a one to watch in 5th place. Matthews biding his time. It was interesting afterwards. He said, look, I waited and waited because I couldn't have gone around any horses and won. Now, Rodney can relate to that because you did a similar thing with Magical Storm at Ballarat during the week. You can see Broanne here looks to be in a bit of trouble, not really accelerating now.
Just stoking her up.
Yeah, he is. He stokes her now, and as Ray said, Top Rating starts to run in. I thought Circles of Gold. Yep, Circles of Gold hung on pretty well, didn't she? Now Top Rating trying to be straightened up, but Broanne's got momentum. Good finish, competitive race actually. So held up well, the fields, haven't they?
Yeah, they have held up well, and Circles of Gold, a very, very gutsy run. I think she was probably the best run in the race, Bruce, because she did that bit of work early, had to go too soon, kept fighting all the way down the straight. Any
Hong Kong news out of that? I mean, Royal Snack and those horses?
No, well, Royal Snack is going, of course, and he ran a nice race yesterday. I just weary him a little bit at 2,400 metres.
And Top Rating, Max, do you think he's had his chance to win a big race? Last year seemed to be his go, didn't it?
Oh, yes, I think he's had his chance to win a big race, but I still think he can be competitive. The Hayes team are so good with those sort of crocks. As soon as you say, no, they'll never win a race, they'll make a liar out of you because they are very good. They'll nurse the horse along, but he does seem to feel the hard tracks, and that's obviously it was very, very firm yesterday.
You rode a couple of winners yesterday, Rod. The first race, Merlene, for Lloyd Williams and Kerry Packer. Lee Friedman, what do you think of her?
She's a very nice filly, Bruce. Very nice filly. She's probably going to be a better filly later on over sort of 7 to a mile. But, you know, as Ray will mean yesterday, you don't see many 2-year-olds get to the line like she did, so...
So there's a bit of future there. And what about Elegancy? He's a good... Simon O'Donnell, the part owner of this one, he's been a good money spinner, hasn't he?
Yeah, Simon and also Paul Vorton, and he's been a really good horse for him. Great.
Good slingers, Rod?
Oh, well, I won't go as far as that, but they're good people.
Well, you can't do better than that. Max, it was a remarkable effort by Rod Griffiths, I thought, during the week in Ballarat, didn't you, with Magical Storm?
Yes, I think Rod Griffiths is one of the reasons why Melbourne jockeys overall are superior to Sydney jockeys. I'm going to be deported for that statement, but I stick with it.
Gee, that's shame, because 5 years ago we were saying how good the Sydney jockeys were. They'd come down. Look, let's set this up. Magical Storm is second last on the inside, black cap, the traditional Colin Hayes colours. You almost, I guess you're second last now, Rodney, almost back to last. She's a chestnut mare. She won the Grey Smith prior to this, was fourth in the Adelaide Cup. You're still on the fence. Last was on the fence. Yes, have a look. Rodney, just weave your way through for us, mate. Tell us what's happening here in the straight.
Yeah, well, just say, I was just hoping that the run would come, and she's very, very gutsy horse, and they're very few and far between when they've got as much heart as her.
What does it take for a horse to actually take an opening and go through? A lot of horses will shy away, won't they?
Yeah, well, she's only a very little mare, and it's very hard when you're sort of 90% of the horses are twice the size of her, and you're trying to get through tight runs. But I suppose that's why she's such a good, honest racehorse.
Rodney, when you're riding with confidence, which you obviously are at the moment, the runs seem to come. I noticed yesterday with Merlene, you were in a bit of trouble when they first turned. There was the horse on your outside tightening you. You just sat there and the run came. It was sort of a very confident ride, and it's amazing when you're riding winners, jockeys, have that confidence.
Yeah, well, I've always sort of come across the attitude that if you worry or panic in a race, things do go wrong, Ray. And, that's, I think, with any sportsman, if you're nice and relaxed, it falls into place.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're going to leave it there for this racing segment. Max, don't go away in Sydney. We're coming back for a big preview of the Japan Cup and some tips today. Ray will come back and so will Rodney, because he knows the Dame Win form pretty well. So more racing later in the program. Keith Hillier is in Tokyo, and he's filed a special report for Sportsworld about the chances of Dame Win and Stony Bay. We're going to take a break, back with more on Sportsworld right after this.
What should I start looking at? What should I aim at? Visualising myself making a final again, and I think I have to start looking at medals and start looking at knocking some guys off.
We'll get some opinions. Rodney Griffiths back. He's been wasting this morning riding at Moonee Valley today, a big Asian day today with the Japan Cup. Ray Huxley with us. Max Presnell up in Sydney. Max, just before we go to Japan and get Keith Hillier's preview, Dane Win, what chance do you think he's got?
I think Dane Win's got a great chance. Of course, the 2,400 metres has got to be a bit of a risk with Jackie Che up. I just wonder whether Jackie can give Dane Win the right messages at the right time. But the horse is 100%. I've spoken to Bobby Thompson this morning, the trainer. He's delighted with the horse, the way he's acclimatised. He's given Jackie the right horse. Now Jackie's got to give the horse the right ride.
Rodney, we were a bit critical of Jackie in his two Derby rides, one in Sydney and one when you beat him on Blevick at the Victoria Derby. What's your opinion of him as a jockey?
Well, I think he's given Dane Win every chance every time he's ridden the horse. He's probably not as vigorous as us under pressure, but every time he's ridden him in a race, he seems to give the horse a nice run, and I think you'd agree with that too, Ray.
I do, Bruce. I think that he's a much maligned rider myself. I thought his ride in the Victoria Derby was a very good ride. If he'd been a little bit stronger at the finish, maybe the horse would have won, but tactically, I don't think he did anything wrong.
Well, we hope to go to Keith Hillier very shortly on the telephone in Tokyo, just prior to the Japan Cup. Keith's been in Tokyo this week for Sportsworld, and this is his preview of the world's richest race.
The foreign challenge was the focus of all attention at Tokyo Racecourse, but again the Japanese contenders were absent. And bear in mind, Japan has won the past 3 Japan Cups without us getting a pre-race day look at them.
In the centre, Royce and Royce, followed by Sandpit, Paradise Creek back on the rail, then Jern out of the centre, getting to the front now, Royce and Royce, on the inside, Paradise Creek, Marvellous Crown back to the rail, in the centre, Paradise Creek, Marvellous Crown starting to come after it, Marvellous Crown, Paradise Creek, they hit the line, little in this Paradise Creek, Marvellous Crown, I don't know.
One horse with well-known credentials is Australia's best hope, Dane Win, who was first to arrive at the track. The 4-year-old has thrived in Japan. His work was outstanding when, after 2 laps of exercise, he breezed over 600 metres in 36.8, coming home the last 200 in 11.2 seconds. I've watched Dane Win all spring, and he could have been unbeaten in Melbourne, given a clear passage in the Cox Plate. I've not seen him looking better. Substituting in the saddle for Jackie Che, who will arrive late from Hong Kong, was track rider Craig Bornstein. He was glowing in his report on the workout.
He wouldn't have blown a match out when he pulled up, and just felt great. It was on the right leg all the way. So beautiful, so beautiful.
Would you tell Bob that you think he can win?
I can't say too much, can I, Randy? But on that work, the way he felt, I think he's a great chance. Great chance, yeah.
Bob Thompson, who when a track rider himself was associated with the greats Tulloch and Gunsynd, is now warming to his own chance for glory.
He looks as good now as what he did before he won the McKinnon Stakes, and he looked a picture that day.
Do you think that Danewin might run the race of his life in the Japan Cup?
Well, Damon's the sort of horse, he's very competitive in whatever race he runs in. The 2400 certainly won't be a problem to him. He's a horse that races on the pace, and he's as fit as he is now, and in the condition that he's in now, he'll certainly, he'll be a force to reckon with 200 from home.
And personally, is the excitement building within, Bob?
It's starting to get shivers down my back now.
Stony Bay, with trainer Gay Waterhouse committed to other matters in Sydney this week, was in the hands of his race rider Shane Dye. It would take a major form reversal for Stony Bay to figure in the finish of the Japan Cup, but Dye is never down on confidence.
I hope he can get it back, because if he does, he's a big hope. But on his Melbourne form, realistically, he's got no hope. But the horse felt very, very good here on, well, this morning, and he looks good, so let's just hope for the best.
Dye even had a good word for Danewin, but not for his owner, Hong Kong-based businessman Sonny Yam, who sacked Dye earlier this spring.
Not till the day I die. Never again will I ride for the bloke, and I've got no interest in him, and I won't speak to him or even look at him. But I do wish Bobby Thompson all the best. I've got a lot of time for Bobby, and he's done a great job with Dane when he's trained him for this one race, and for his sake, I hope he does win.
The American hopes might rest with one of the best-looking horses you could ever see, Sandpit. He was the favourite last year, and the horse has matured, according to his trainer Richard Mandela, who is confident Sandpit will be more competitive the second time around.
I think he's a little more settled down this year. That's what I'm talking about, the seasoning. He's raced all through the year. I don't believe we've over-raced him, but we've raced him through the year and given him time to get over his races, and I think he's adjusted better. And like I say, last year when I brought him in, maybe he was just a little premature in his settling into our style.
Also back in Tokyo is French challenger Hernando for his second shot at the Japan Cup. This time, there will be no tomorrow for the talented but sometimes erratic Hernando.
This will be his last race. I mean, I would like to see him go out with a bang. French Derby just touched off in an arc. He's a big horse, and on the right day, I think that he'll run big in this race.
As always, the race has attracted tremendous interest from the Japanese media, who hung on every word at the press conference afterwards.
Well, Shane's had a lot to do with this racehorse, right from the very word go, and he's done it.
It's not only the media who have an opinion here in Tokyo, and more than 8,000 fans were at the early morning gallops. Just like home, they all have a pick, including one young man willing to bet the lot.
Downwind.
From Australia?
Yes.
You lost your shirt on another horse.
Oh, beach kasabisu. Downwind now.
More than 180,000 people are expected to pack Tokyo Racecourse this afternoon for the running of the world's richest race, the Japan Cup. Our hopes lie with Danewin. He's in the race with a great chance, and I think he can do it from Sandpit, who was favourite last year, and the amazing Japanese mare Hiroshi Amazon. Keith Hillier in Tokyo for Sports World.
Keith's on the phone in Tokyo. Keith, Gay Waterhouse has just arrived with Stony Bay. Has she made any impact there? It would be very unusual, a woman trainer in Tokyo.
Yes, she has made an impact, Bruce. Gay Waterhouse arrived here with her husband, Robbie. Gay will be going to the Cup today to watch and urge Stony Bay on. Robbie, of course, will watch the race from his hotel room. There was a race meeting here yesterday. Gay didn't go. Typically, she stayed back at the hotel and entertained some prospective Japanese clients, prospective Japanese owners. So she spent yesterday lobbying.
And Keith, you have Sonny Yam with you, Danewin's owner, I know right now. Just the last word on Danewin's prospects.
Yes, I do have Sonny Yam with me, and you'll remember, Bruce, at the Horse of the Year presentations, he made a promise to you and to the audience, and I'll ask Sonny now for the last word on Danewood. Sonny.
Hi, Bruce. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny. What do you think today?
I have a very good feeling this morning. We have a very good each-way chance.
A good each-way chance. Sonny, from all of Australia, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, there's the last word from Sonny, Bruce.
Well, Keith, it was a remarkable interview with Shane Dye in that extract. Obviously, he won't be riding for Sonny ever again. We wish both Dane Wynne and Stony Bay well, and we'll catch up with you next week, Keith.
Thank you, Bruce.
Keith Hillier there from Tokyo. Max, Shane Dye, it was a pretty strong comment about Sonny Yam, was it? I don't think he'll ever ride for him again.
Oh, no, I don't know whether Sonny'd ever want him to ride for him again. But nevertheless, it's all good theatre. But just a point on Jackie Che, who is a little bit more important than even Sonny. Jackie, as the boys said, Jackie's navigation throughout the race is unquestionable. But it's just when the going gets tough, whether he can get the best out of Dane Wynne, and he's going to have to get the best out of him. And Rod Griffiths, is he strong enough to make this stallion race to his optimum, which he's going to have to today?
Well, Max, funny enough you say that, because I think Damien Oliver does get the best out of Dane Wynne.
He gets the best out of most.
He does, my word. But it just goes to show that, you know, I think when Shane was riding him and when Damien was riding him, his form was probably more superior. Then Jackie was giving him a beautiful run, but you know, he might just be a big lazy bull.
It needs to be stood over a bit.
Yeah.
The betting's interesting to all of you. Keith phoned this through. $80 million so far. This is in Tokyo. They've only just opened the betting. 80 million they've bet so far Australian. Dane Wynne's 20-1 and Stony Bay's 60s. That's about Stony Bay's. It probably should be 160s. Hishi Amazon, who's a very interesting horse, Ray, is 6-4 and Narita Bryan 3-1.
Yeah, Hishi Amazon is an American-bred mare, won 10 out of 15 starts and is the highest stake-winning mare in history. She's won $8.25 million, and she's won over the 2400. She certainly stands out as the one to beat.
20-1 over the odds, Dane Wynne?
Oh, no.
What price should he be?
You'd love to be getting a bit of the 20-1 on an each-way basis, but I would say he's probably about an 8-1 chance.
Give him a winning chance?
I give him a good place chance, Bruce. I would doubt that at the end of 2,400 metres he could beat those horses. It is a very, very tough 2,400 metres there.
Rod, just in a word, the chances, Dane Wynne?
Well, you know, I suppose we'd all love to see one of our Australian representatives win.
You've got your doubts?
You know, well, it's a tough race. It's the world's best race, and
hard to win.
Yeah.
Max, you've got the final say as always.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm going to be on Dane Wynne, Jackie or no Jackie. But Bruce, you're an expert on international form. Is this a vintage Japan Cup?
No, I think it's below, and that's why he's got a chance. I don't think he's not as good as Better Loosen Up, but the competition's not as good. Max, catch you hopefully next week. Rod, good luck today. Hucker, catch you too.
Thank you, mate.
Japan Cup later today. A break. Cricket. Dickie Bird. Gee, he puts that finger up quickly, doesn't he? Keith Stackpole back after this.
Come on, Watson. You're only making it difficult for me, mate. Just pitch a few up for us. We've got the international referee here doing the first game in Australia. I don't need any problems. Just give us a break.